seems like a lot of onion, so you make your decision on that, how much you would like. This was a pretty large onion, and this is about, to tell you the truth, it's just a little bit under a half. But once you saute it down, and it really does put a lot of flavor into the chicken enchiladas. Chop them down good. And then we'll get this sauteing. Okay, we've got this steaming water, and it's 2 cups in this recipe. So let's see, would it be, how much bouillon really is the proper amount? I would think a couple teaspoons, maybe 3. Let's look. Not really saying. So to prepare a delicious chicken broth, dissolve 1 teaspoon of the bouillon in a 1/2 cup boiling water. So we're going to do then 2 teaspoons, of course. Okay. Wait, what did that say? 1? So it's probably going to be more like 4 teaspoons per that. So let's stir around these onions sauteing. Those are in butter and sauteing. Okay, so we're going to go 1 teaspoon, 2, 3, and 4. Give that a stir. Kind of let this set to the side while it all dissolves. You might want to use your own stock. I don't have any. Or, of course, cartons, you know, if you have that. But I do like the chicken bouillon in a lot of my recipes, and it saves quite a bit of money. So we are just going to let that set. Okay, so it's a good idea to warm your flour tortillas up. So take out enough foil to cover and wrap them. And keep in mind that we're going to reuse this to cover our casserole. So make it big enough. And then I will get these warming up. I would say just till they're pliable and nice and warm. These are pretty fresh. So these I'm putting in my convection oven on 350 until I would say they're nice and warm, and I can, you know, just give a look-see until it's about 10 minutes. Let's get them in and get those warming. And then what we're going to do is pretty soon here add our white pepper in these little packs. These are like 99 cents. They do save a lot of money. I've got this dried cilantro that I will crush like this with my fingers or crush before putting in. Maybe a little bit of Lowry salt. Everything brings your flavor up. And if you're going to use these beans, we got to get flavor. So then I'm going to do some onion powder. I put a little bit of Kinders. I'm going to drain and rinse these well. And then, of course, we're going to do our green chilies. We're going to put away that onion. We have enough. And then chicken. So about 6 tortillas is what I'm using. I sprayed this pan, and then we're also going to garnish again with really just olives is what I'm using. Okay, get these sauteed really well till they're translucent, which that's about what it looks like. And I have about 4 cloves of garlic ranging, 1 bigger, 3 smaller. So let's get these in. Give that a quick saute, like I said, about a minute. Man, got some strength on that one. Okay, I did it. Might want to use jar lick if that was too hard. This just has a little butter on it. Next, you'll need about 6 to 8 ounces of sour cream with a couple tablespoons or more of flour into a cup and just mix it up real well. That's going to be our thickener. We're going to add the 6 to 8 ounces of sour cream with the 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour to this onion mixture and mix this all together. Okay, so once you have the flour into your sour cream, add that and it will come to like a melty consistency. Let's make sure we get all this out, and then I need to add a little bit more sour cream. This is the part with the flour, and I'm measuring more with my heart. If you want to measure exact and you're making a big enchilada, that falls under 8 ounces of sour cream and 3 tablespoons of butter. I mean, excuse me, 3 tablespoons of flour. So this will be kind of like 3/4 of the recipe, and it will also be attached in the comments, the recipe for you. This is what it calls for. And I just used up the other one that I had. And I have quite a bit in here. I'm just kind of looking because I can kind of tell. But I think I'll add a little bit more and get this all blended and get it melting. And the next step will be stirring broth and chili. Then you can warm your chicken up to the side, pour some of that sauce and put the rest of the black beans in with the chicken. Pour some of the sauce over, get that heated up really good, and then spoon the chicken bean, if you're using the beans, into the tortillas, roll them all up. So about 2 teaspoons to 3 per tortilla, which will become your enchiladas. So roll that up, put that into your greased pan, and then pour your sauce over that and bake that at 350 for about 45 minutes. Take that out and put your cheese on and put it back in for about, I would say probably about 10 to 15 more minutes, depending on your liking. So you have your chicken that was rolled up with the beans and the cheese and a little bit of the sauce, and then once you have that together, you pour your sauce over and bake it, and then add your cheese and bake it a little bit longer till it's brown on top. And garnish it with whatever you like. I was just thinking a little bit more sour cream if someone wanted that. You could also use anything that you like, but we'll probably do, like I said, the black olives and then a little bit of the avocado, which will be delicious, and probably maybe even some diced up tomato and salsa. Yum yum.